Hello, I'm Beth Joey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel where I paint my face, turn my camera on, and talk about some books. You might notice a bit of a location change in terms of my background at the moment. That is because my bedroom is disastrously messy and that's where my bookshelves are, and I do not need that mess immortalized on the interwebs. So we're filming in a different space that looks a little bit more tidy in the background. As for what we are chatting about today, I recently purchased a few new books in the latest Waterstones Triple Stamps sale. So naturally, I have to come and talk to you guys about the books that I bought and why I'm excited to read them and all that kind of thing. So let's cover all of that in this video. Before we get into the books that I bought in the Waterstone sale, there are two books that I'm really excited to talk about, which I received as ARCs from the publishers, Inkyard Press. These are books that I requested and very much unexpectedly actually received. So thank you to Inkyard Press for giving me the opportunity to read these books before they come out. I do have a dedicated vlog to reading these books where I do a bit more analysis of exactly what I think of them. I am actually in the middle of filming that vlog right now, but I think in terms of your time, by the time you're seeing this, that vlog will already be out. So do go and check that out. I'll link it down below so you can go and give it a watch for more in-depth thoughts. But the first book that I received from Inkyard Press is Kismat Connection by Ananya Devarajan. I apologize if that is a horrible pronunciation of the author's name, but I'm really excited to read this one. It is a YA romance with a little bit of magic, I guess, sprinkled in there as well. The blurb says, Madhuri Iyer's star chart and family legacy dictate that she will marry her first boyfriend. So to prove the existence of her free will, she devises an experimental relationship with the one boy she'll never fall for, not knowing he has been in love with her for years. So it's definitely fake dating. And I can't remember what the trope's called where like one person is in love and the other one isn't. Maybe it's like a guy falls first kind of situation, but it's a YA romance that I'm super keen for. So that is book number one. And then book number two, which I'm actually in the middle of reading at the moment, is A Song for Salvation by Alechia. This is a YA sci-fi space opera kind of story and I'm really enjoying it so far. And I mean, the cover is absolutely stunning. The colors, the like gold around the character's face, it just matches so well with what the book is about. As for what it is about, it says the fate of the universe comes down to three people: Zyra, the god of creation reborn; Wesley the smuggler; Ruben, the wanted space podcaster. As an intergalactic war culminates on Earth, Zyra, Wesley, and Ruben are all that stands in the way of total destruction. It is a really fun time so far. It definitely reads quite young, but I would recommend it. So yeah, those are the two arcs. Now let's get into the Waterstones haul. So the first set of books that I purchased in the Waterstones Triple Stamps sort of weekend, I guess, was the rest of the Bone Season series by Samantha Shannon. I read the first book in this series right before I went to see Samantha Shannon speak with L.R. Lamb about the publication of L.R. Lamb's new release, Dragonfall, because I wanted to get my copy of the Bone Season signed, and I'm really regretting that I didn't get these ones signed as well, but I simply didn't have them at the time. So this is a series that I really enjoyed the first book. As for what it's about, the Bone Season is a supernatural dystopian series set in 2059, and it follows a character named Paige who has been living in the sort of underbelly or criminal sort of underground of London, employed by a man named Jackson Hall. And it's set in a world where being a clairvoyant or having magical abilities is essentially a crime, and Paige herself is a clairvoyant tasked by Jackson with peeking into other people's minds, I guess, in order to gather secrets and information, which is naturally a crime. Attacked, drugged, and kidnapped, Paige is transported to, I guess, the lost city of Oxford, where she learns that there are even greater powers at play, even more societies and creations and species, I guess, that really rule over everything that she thought she knew. And it is an absolutely fascinating series. There is a hint of a romance in the first book that I'm hoping will really develop throughout the rest of the series. But yeah, I cannot wait to get into the rest of this series. The next book that just arrived the other day is The Shadow Cabinet by Juno Dawson, and I could not be more excited to pick up this book and continue on with this series. I only just finished reading Her Majesty's Royal Coven like a couple weeks ago, and I do have a vlog where I give full thoughts on everything that happens in that book and have really in-depth discussions about it. So I'll link that down below as well for you to go and check out if you're interested. But as for what this series is about, it follows these four, I think, women who became friends when they were really young, and they were sort of being inducted into HMRC, or Her Majesty's Royal Coven, which is the coven that controls witches in England. The story is set quite a number of years after these girls had all ventured off on different paths. We have some who left the coven entirely, we have some who are leading making up the coven, and we have some who have created their own covens as a direct contradiction of everything that HMRC represents. And these 4 women are all brought together again, brought back into each other's lives as a result of the prophesied sullied child making an appearance and their attempt to stop the prophecy that says this sullied child will bring about the end of days, essentially. And it has such important conversations around really, really key societal issues like gender identity, sexuality, race, class, all that kind of thing. It's a fascinating, fascinating first book, and I cannot wait to get stuck into the sequel. I'm planning to do a dedicated vlog where I just read this, so let me know if that's something you are interested in seeing, and I will put it up very soon. The next book is a book that I've seen a ton of people talking about maybe a little while ago now, and I never jumped on the hype train then, but I'm very keen to jump on it now, and that is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. As for what this is about, the blurb says, 7 days to fall in love, 15 years to forget, and 7 days to get it all back again. When Eva Mercy, a single mother and best-selling erotica writer, and the enigmatic award-winning novelist Shane Hall meet at a literary event in New York, sparks fly. What no one knows is that 15 years earlier, teenage Eva and Shane spent 1 week together madly in love. While they may pretend to be strangers, they can't deny their chemistry. Over the next 7 days, amidst the steamy Brooklyn summer, Eva and Shane reconnect. But Eva is wary of the man who broke her heart and wants Shane out of the city so her life can return to normal. Before he disappears, though, she needs a few questions answered. Apparently, it's a beautiful romance, and it's beautiful second chance romance, which I'm finding is a trope I really, really love lately. Plus, it's nice and short, so cannot wait for this. Next up, we've got The True Love Experiment by Christina Lauren. This is, I guess, the spin-off to The Soulmate Equation, which follows the best friend of the main character in this book. So in this book, we are following Felicity Fizzy Chen, and the blurb says, they're crafting the perfect Hollywood romance for the screen, but the chemistry behind the camera might be the real story. Felicity Fizzy Chen is lost. Sure, she has an incredible career as a beloved romance novelist with numerous bestsellers to her name, but when she's asked to give a commencement address, it hits her. She hasn't been practicing what she's preached. She hasn't been in love. In lust? Sure, but that swoon-worthy can't stop thinking about him all-encompassing feeling? Nope. And suddenly, the optimism she's encouraged in her readers starts to feel like a lie. Connor Prince, documentary filmmaker and single father, loves that his work allows him to live near his daughter. Then his profit-minded boss orders him to create a reality TV show, putting it all in jeopardy. Desperate to find his romantic lead, a chance run-in with an exasperated Fizzy offers Connor the perfect solution. What if he could show the queen of romance herself falling head over heels? But when production of The True Love Experiment begins, Connor wonders if that perfect match will ever be in the cue cards for him too. I cannot wait to follow Fizzy. She was such a light in The Soulmate Equation, and I can't wait to see her romance. And lastly, we've got King of Pride by Anna Huang. This is the second book in a new series by this author. I've previously read the Twisted series by them and enjoyed it. It was definitely a guilty pleasure kind of read, not anything that you need to think about too intensely, but I am keen to see what this new series has to offer. As for what this is about, it says, reserved, controlled, and proper to a fault. Kai Young has neither the time nor inclination for chaos, and Isabella, with her purple hair and inappropriate jokes, is chaos personified. With a crucial CEO vote looming and a media empire at stake, the billionaire heir can't afford the distraction she brings. Isabella is everything he shouldn't want, but with every look and every touch, he's tempted to break all his rules and claim her as his own. Bold, impulsive, and full of life, Isabella Valencia has never met a party she doesn't like or a man she couldn't charm, except for Kai Young. It shouldn't matter, he's not her type, the man translates classics into Latin for fun, and his membership at the exclusive club where she bartends means he's strictly off limits. But she can't deny that beneath his cool exterior is a man who could make her melt with just a touch. No matter how hard they try, they can't resist giving in to their forbidden desires, even if it costs them everything. So this big old pile is the recent additions to my book collection. We've got a few varying different genres and themes in here, just predominantly romance and fantasy, to be honest. But yeah, I'm excited to read all of these books and get stuck into my reviews for them, tell you about them, maybe do a few specialized vlogs for some of them. I can't wait. But as for you, I want you to let me know down below if you've bought any new books recently or just what you're reading at the moment, loving it, hating it, all that kind of thing. Come and chat to me in the comments down below. I love talking to you guys and I do my best to reply to every single comment. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do let me know by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell all down below. It's a super easy way to help my channel grow, and I will see you lovely people in my next video. Bye!